Young and the Restless. Why these actors really left Y&R. Michael Money entered the role in June 2009 and absolutely nailed it for 5 years. He was a fan favorite as Adam and scored an Emmy nomination in 2013, which turned out to be the same year he was fired. He did not choose to exit. He was exited. There were tabloid reports about alleged inappropriate backstage behavior towards a younger female co-star, a charge that Money has always passionately denied and the female co-star has never confirmed. The larger issue with his exit likely was his reported backstage feud with Eric Braeden, also known as the Great Victor Newman. After Money's firing, a few months later, Braeden confirmed that Michael Money had begun a campaign to try and get him kicked off Young and the Restless. However, Braeden denied he had Money fired. Typically, such decisions are down to showrunner and producer discretion, not the discretion of another actor. But when you've been on the show a long time, you probably have some pull, though Braeden denies it. Justin Hartley's departure. From Y&R to primetime stardom. Justin Hartley was recast into the role of Adam Newman in November 2014 and was beloved. He left in 2016 to pursue other projects, landing a role on the hugely successful, award-winning primetime series This Is Us. He played Adam for 2 years before moving on to great things. Currently, he has another hit CBS show, Tracker. When these 2 exits occurred, the writers created an Adam death storyline and then revived him with a recast. The most recent recast, who continues in the role, is Mark Grossman. Phyllis Summers' recast drama. Gina Tognoni's firing and Michelle Stafford's return. Another controversial exit on Young and the Restless involved Gina Tognoni as Phyllis Summers, Gina Tognoni. Michelle Stafford originated the role of Phyllis in 1994, leaving after nearly 2 decades of scheming, romance, and Emmy-nominated performances. When she announced her departure in July 2013, fans were blindsided. Her final episode aired in early August 2013, where Phyllis fell down some stairs and into a coma after a confrontation with Sharon Newman, Sharon Case. At the time, Michelle stated the exit was her choice, as she wanted to pursue other opportunities. Fans, however, wondered if then-executive producer Jill Farron Phelps might have been a factor. Michelle Stafford went on to land a prominent role on General Hospital as Nina Reeves. Young and the Restless cast Gina Tognoni in 2014 when Phyllis awoke from her coma. Gina was a great actress, and many people loved the recast. Then, in 2019, seemingly out of nowhere, she was abruptly fired, and Michelle Stafford returned. There was a 10-episode gap between Gina and Michelle's portrayals. Executive producer Anthony Morina and head writer Josh Griffith took credit for the firing and the swap, stating they were restoring Y&R to its iconic sensibility, and aggressively pursued Michelle Stafford to bring her back. Next, let's discuss the controversial swap of Chance Chancellor, Connor Floyd, actors. After an 8-year absence from the screen, Donnie Boaz took on the role from November 2019 to February 2021. Boaz delivered 108 episodes of solid work and had great chemistry with Abby Newman's Melissa Ordway. Then, in the midst of Chance and Abby's surrogacy journey with Mariah Copeland, Cameron Grimes, Boaz was abruptly out, seemingly out of nowhere. He posted on Instagram just a couple of days before it happened that February 1st was his last air date. Fans were absolutely blindsided. And he revealed he only found out he had been cut on Christmas Eve. Boaz stated, "I'd love to say this was my choice, that I've booked a big project and I'm leaving of my own accord, but that would not be the truth." He also mentioned that other cast members were being cut due to COVID budget issues. Donnie Boaz later edited his post to make it less accusatory and inflammatory. And he initially said there would not be a Chance recast. However, he was wrong. Some suggested his firing might have been related to his political beliefs, but Boaz never commented. And those remain rumors. Later that year, Connor Floyd was brought in as the recast Chance Connor Floyd in November 2021. He was killed off in August 2025. Connor Floyd left because he landed a significant role on Days of Our Lives. Sasha Calle's departure as Lola Rosales. From Genoa City to Supergirl. Now, let's talk about the exit of Lola Rosales. Sasha Calle played Lola on Young and the Restless from September 2018 to 2021. She had electric chemistry with Kyle Abbott's Michael Mealer. Then, in February 2021, everything changed. And Lola was leaving Genoa City. Sasha's departure was for a great reason for the actress, even if it disappointed Y&R fans. She beat out over 425 other actresses to land the role of Supergirl in the Flash movie, becoming the first Latina actress to play the role. It also worked out well because, frankly, Young and the Restless was not writing compelling storylines for Lola at that point. Summer Newman's double departure. Hunter King and Allison Lanier's exits. Now, we'll discuss two Summer Newman exits and why both actresses left. Hunter King was the second actress to play the aged-up Summer Newman on Young and the Restless. We'll cover her exit and that of Allison Lanier. Fans loved Hunter King as Summer Newman. She played the role from 2012 to 2021, with a small gap in the middle. Hunter earned 2 Daytime Emmys for Outstanding Younger Actress in 2014 and 2015. However, she had bigger ambitions than playing Summer on the soap. She took a short break to do a primetime series and then returned, but ultimately, Hunter King decided to make the complete leap away from soaps. She has remained busy with TV shows and movies since leaving the role of Summer Newman. Then, in May 2022, Young and the Restless recast Summer with Allison Lanier, who earned a 2024 Daytime Emmy nomination for Outstanding Supporting Actress. Allison played the role of Summer for 3 years. Abruptly, on April 30, 2025, Allison announced on X that May 2nd would be her last episode. She stated she loved the journey and learned so much but felt it was time to grow in a different direction. With Kyle Abbott moving on to Claire Grace Newman, Haley Aaron, and Chance Mark for Death, there wasn't much front-burner material for Summer on Y&R. Some critics said her hasty exit storyline cheated Allison Lanier out of proper closure, but the exit was open-ended, leaving room for a return or a recast. Richard Burgi's abrupt firing as Ashland Locke, a COVID protocol controversy. Now, let's discuss Richard Burgi's exit as Ashland Locke. Richard Burgi is a stellar actor and was a great find for the Young and the Restless to play the twisted villain Ashland Locke. Richard Burgi joined Y&R in March 2021. And his character Ashland swept Victoria Newman, Amelia Heinley, off her feet. But let's be real, he was bad to the bone. Then, all of a sudden, in January 2022, Burgi was fired over what he claims was a misunderstanding of workplace policy. Over Christmas break in 2021, the Ashland actor visited family and tested positive for COVID. Burgi followed new CDC guidelines that recommended isolating for 5 days. The Young and the Restless has ruled daytime television, captivating viewers with its emotional storylines, shocking betrayals, and unforgettable romances. But as much as fans adore the residents of Genoa City, it's always a heartbreaker when favorite characters, and the talented actors who portray them, decide to move on. Recent months have seen several high-profile departures that left audiences reeling in speculation swirling about the future of the show. These weren't just temporary exits or contract breaks. These actors really left Y&R, and the ripple effects are being felt both on-screen and off. Michelle Stafford, Phyllis Summers. A farewell fans never expected. Few characters embody Genoa City's fiery spirit like Phyllis Summers. Michelle Stafford brought her signature blend of passion, wit, and unpredictability to the role, making Phyllis one of Y&R's most dynamic heroines and villains. Her chemistry with Jack Abbott, rivalry with Diane Jenkins, and endless scheming made her a cornerstone of the soap. But after months of rumors about contract negotiations and creative differences, Stafford's exit was quietly confirmed. Sources close to production revealed that the actress chose not to renew her contract, seeking new challenges after years of emotional and demanding storylines. Fans flooded social media with pleas for her return, while others speculated about whether Y&R might recast the role, something that's been done before when Gina Tognoni temporarily took over as Phyllis. Phyllis's final storyline reportedly ends on a cliffhanger worthy of her legacy. Torn between redemption and revenge, she makes one last bold move that leaves everyone in Genoa City stunned. Whether this truly marks the end for Phyllis or a pause before another fiery return remains to be seen. But for now, Michelle Stafford's departure leaves a massive void in the Y&R universe. Courtney Hope, Sally Spectra. A crossover star's goodbye. Courtney Hope made waves when she crossed over from the bold and the beautiful to the young and the restless as Sally Spectra, a fiery designer with ambition, heart, and a knack for drama. Sally quickly became a fan favorite, torn between two Newman brothers, Adam and Nick, and determined to make her mark in Genoa City's high-stakes world of fashion and business. But in a shocking twist, Hope announced her departure via social media, thanking fans for their love and the Y&R team for their creativity. Insiders say her exit storyline was written to give Sally a proper send-off. Heartbreaking but hopeful. After losing her child and struggling with heartbreak, Sally decides to leave town for a fresh start, telling Adam goodbye in a teary final scene that left fans in pieces. Courtney Hope's departure marks the end of one of Y&R's most compelling recent storylines, and many are hoping she'll return someday, or perhaps even cross back to B&B. Either way, Sally Spectra's impact on Genoa City won't soon be forgotten. Bryton James, Devon Hamilton, a legacy character bows out. This one hit long-time viewers hard. Bryton James, who has portrayed Devon Hamilton since 2004, announced he would be leaving The Young and the Restless after 2 decades. Introduced as the foster son of Neil and Drusilla Winters, Devon's journey from troubled teen to billionaire philanthropist made him one of the show's most inspiring figures. His emotional performances and powerful storylines earned Bryton both Daytime Emmy Awards and the admiration of fans worldwide. The actor's decision to step away reportedly came down to wanting to explore directing and producing opportunities. His exit storyline, though still under wraps, is said to honor Devon's legacy in a heartfelt way. Insiders hint that his final scenes involve a major family decision, possibly stepping back from Chancellor Winters to focus on his son and personal happiness. Losing Bryton James is a significant blow to Y&R, especially since the Winters family has been such a vital part of the show's fabric. Still, the door has been left open for Devon to return, a small comfort for those still processing his departure. Cameron Grimes, Mariah Copeland, saying goodbye to a fan favorite. Cameron Grimes has been part of the Young and the Restless family since she was a child. First appearing as Cassie Newman, she captivated fans before her tragic on-screen death. Years later, Grimes returned in a brilliant twist as Cassie's twin sister Mariah Copeland, a role that earned her multiple awards and critical acclaim. After years of emotional storytelling, surrogacy, motherhood, and romance with Tessa, Grimes decided it was time to move on. Insiders say her departure was amicable, and the actress expressed deep gratitude for her time on the show. Mariah's exit storyline is rumored to be a tearjerker. A career opportunity takes her away from Genoa City, leaving Tessa to navigate their new long-distance relationship. Fans are heartbroken but understanding. After all, Grimes has been part of their daytime lives for nearly her entire career. Whether this is a permanent goodbye or a pause remains uncertain, but one thing's clear. Y&R will never quite be the same without Mariah's warmth and resilience. Melissa Ordway, Abby Newman. The last Newman standing no more. Abby Newman has always been one of Y&R's most complicated characters. A Newman heiress with a big heart and a knack for trouble. From her naked heiress phase to her journey into motherhood and business, Melissa Ordway brought depth and relatability to a role that could easily have been one-dimensional. After nearly a decade in the role, Ordway confirmed she would be leaving to pursue new opportunities outside of daytime television. Her exit storyline reportedly involves a major life change, possibly leaving Genoa City with her son Dominic for a new beginning. The news devastated fans who had just watched Abby find stability in her relationship with Devon. Melissa's departure also marks a symbolic shift for Y&R, as one of the last remaining Newman heirs exits the canvas. The family dynamic in Genoa City will undoubtedly look very different without her. The future of Genoa City without them. With so many key exits, fans can't help but wonder what the future holds for the Young and the Restless. Each of these actors brought unique energy to the show. Fire, heart, vulnerability, and humor. And their absence will force the writers to reshape the landscape of Genoa City. But if there's one thing Y&R has proven over the years, it's resilience. New characters often rise in the wake of departures, and storylines evolve in surprising ways. The next generation, Summer, Chance, Nate, and Audra, seems poised to take center stage as the veterans bow out. Still, for many fans, these recent goodbyes mark the end of an era. Michelle Stafford's fierce Phyllis, Courtney Hope's determined Sally, Bryton James' steadfast Devon, Cameron Grimes' soulful Mariah, and Melissa Ordway's complex Abby, all left their mark on the Young and the Restless.